Where does my creativity come from? Well, I find you gotta step out of the way, find a good place where you feel comfortable. You know, fortunately, I've found a studio where I can really just feel very comfortable and just totally get into music and see where the music leads. You know, it's just fascinating to start with. It's a simple melody or a riff, and over time, you know, you add to it, and then the drums and the bass, let's change this rhythm, and come up with something quite different than maybe what the original song started as. So it's been a fascinating process, long process, but you know, there's no rush. It, had all the time I needed, great equipment to work with, so it was fun just to not have to be concerned with deadlines or anything, and just totally get into it. So I've been working on these music videos, 3 songs that were culled from the album that I thought would be good songs to expose to people. So the first one is Welcome to the Revolution. It's got a really catchy melody. I like when you just break songs down into their basic elements. You'll find just these real simple melodies or riffs, and that's really what gets into people. And it's kind of a good dance melody thing going on, you know, and it's got the distortion, the guitars, and you know, and all the volume and everything added to it. But when you strip it all down, it's kind of funny to see where some of these really heavy songs start from. So that was what we did the first night, was shot test footage for that. That was going to be the first video shot, and then the second night actually started the shooting of it, and then moved on to Apocalypse, which had a real different feel to it. Once the video was loaded and started editing together, it's wow, it's got a real different feel than Welcome to the Revolution. Similar place in the attic where we were shooting, similar lighting, but just, you know, a different hat on and a different guitar, so it had a different feel to it. So it's exciting to see those coming together, you know, as you keep shooting more and more for it. And then moved on to Police State and did a lot of color and kind of cartoonish at times, and the fog machine, and doing a lot of angled shots for just I guess the corner of the building where we were shooting. It had really high walls, so concrete walls, so it just looks like they went forever. So being able to set the cameras up to capture all that, and with the lighting and the coloring was just, I thought it was really beautiful. The red and the blue and getting this purple, really stark lighting with the fog in there that would just come on. And then ironically got all done with that, everything's down, and then it's like, oh shoot, didn't do the intro, the bullhorn part. So it's like, oh, I gotta go back up there, drag the lights back up there, and set the camera and everything again, and did the bullhorn session, you know, part of the shooting. And, you know, it takes time to do all that, but it's really worth it, because I just had this vision in my head of what it should be. And I think it turned out really well. It really makes the opening of that song, I think, it's much needed.
Check out the new album, American Revolution, from Stanley Jay Tucker at StanleyJayTucker.com. High octane, old school rock and roll. Powered by 432 Hertz.